Okay, so I'm going to send you a couple of these details in the email, but we'll go through it here, and then you can watch this back if you want. So the website that we're using is Pixlr, Pixlr.com. Again, that's in the email. And all we're going to do is resize an image in two ways. We're going to make sure that the image dimensions are smaller than they are coming out of the Google Doc, the Google Drive images from the photographer. And then we're going to make sure that the file size is small so that it loads fast. What we're aiming for on the image size is a minimum of 1100 pixels tall. That's kind of more what we're aiming for. And then we're going to let the image proportions kind of control how wide it is. But as long as we're 1100 pixels tall, somewhere in that ballpark, we'll be pretty safe. So I'm going to choose the second option down here, which is open image from computer. And then I just downloaded a copy of one of the images off of the website out of that Google Drive, which is this one. So I'm going to choose that one. And then again, we're going to do two things. We're going to resize the image dimensions, which is this guy right here, image size. And we're going to make the height, instead of 4,000, we're going to make that 1,100. And you can see that the width just kind of takes care of itself, and you leave this constrain proportions things checked. So that takes care of the image dimensions. Then I'm just going to do File, Save, and this gives us the option to choose the quality. And the quality is image compression. Not that you really care about that, but that's basically how that works. If I move this slider up to 100, you can see that the image size jumps up to 1381K, which is 1.3 meg. It's way too big. I'm going to go down to like 60 and see what happens there. So now we're at 184K. We really want to be under 200K, or KBs in this case, whatever it looks like. 200K is our goal for our images, for all images. So if they can be smaller than that, the site loads faster and all is well in the world. And again, just to clarify, we're talking about the size of the file itself, not the dimensions. If you'll notice down here in the very bottom left corner, this still says 734 by 1100. So our image dimensions have not changed. We're just going to compress it down so that the file size is smaller. So I'm going to leave this one at 184. And if I say OK, it's then going to tell me, ask me what do I want to call this. And I'm just going to put a B after the title. But you can, well, I guess I can get more creative than that. So I'm going to say image 1 resized. But you can call those whatever you want. And I'm putting it on my desktop so I can find it. So then I just hit save. So that's it. That part of it's done. The second piece we want to do is add the images, and you're going to do that for all of your images. You're kind of going to go through and resize all of your images. The second piece we want to do is I'm going to mess with this particular product. I'm going to add that image in there, and then we're going to make sure that it looks good. So if I mouse over these, they zoom, they look great. What we want to do is add an image to this gallery, and then we're going to add the one that we just picked. So if I go to Edit Product, this is the baseball French Terry. I'm just going to scroll down the right-hand side, and this is the same for all products. I have my primary product image, which is the one that comes up first right here. But then I have an image or a product gallery down below there. So, and there's this cute little link that says Add Product Gallery Images. When I click that, it shows me all the images available, but then it also allows me to upload files. And then you can drag and drop them into here if you'd like. I'm just going to hit the select button so that you can see that it's the image 1 resize that we just messed with. I'm guessing this is probably hard to read on the video. I apologize for that, but it does say 188K right here, or a KB, so we know that's the nice small one that we just grabbed. So that's what I'm going to upload. It'll take a couple seconds here to upload, and then you'll see it. The details show up over here. Give me 1 second here. You can also do multiples, by the way. So if you were to hold Command down on your Mac, you can pick, you see the little checkbox stays in place. You could pick a bunch of images. So you could resize a bunch of images and then upload a bunch of images and then add them all to the gallery if you wanted. In our case, of course, we're just going to be picking one. So we're going to do this most recent one. So I hit Add to Gallery. There it is, shows up right down there. I go ahead and update it. And then I'm watching up here in my tab. You're probably familiar with this, but I'm watching my tab just to wait for this little spinny thing to stop doing its spinning, and then I can go to the baseball French Terry, and it's almost done. There we go. So now I can go back here. I can refresh, and you'll see right down here, once it refreshes, you'll see the new image show up in the second row. It does take a while. GoDaddy is really slow. All right, there we go. So here's our new image down here. Just as a side note, you may want to keep this in mind, that the number of pictures in the gallery, you may only want to have 8 so that it just is 2 nice even rows. But anyway, we picked a new one. There it goes. I mouse over it. It zooms in just like it's supposed to. And it looks pretty clear considering it's only 184K. So that's it. That's the whole process. A quick recap. In Pixlr, we go to image size. We choose 1100 for our height. We do file save, and I dropped it to 60 pixels, but it doesn't matter what you do as long as we get this below 200K down here. And then as soon as we're done with that, we go into the product. We add product gallery images, and then we either drag and drop images from our desktop or wherever you put them, or just go to the upload files, and you can go select your files one at a time. And that's it. Then now you have more images in your products, and they're nice and resized and small, and they're going to load fast. So that's it. Always don't hesitate to call me with the questions.